So what's happening, black men? Um, we need to talk about this because I've been talking about this for the longest. And when I throw it in there and bring up this issue, right, it's like it gets no attention at all. You pay attention to certain things, but you won't pay attention to this. And I'm not talking about black men. We already know. I'm talking about the black women that listen to us and have an issue with us, but don't address this issue right here. There's a porn site called Ghetto Gaggers, right? And the reason why I want to talk about it is because I'm in these Facebook streets. I'm in these Facebook streets looking at all the shit that black women be doing. I just be looking. The shit they post. It's like it's coming all from one person. That's how identical they are. They talk about the same shit. But recently, this one woman from Brooklyn, New York, let's just call her Ratchet. It's close to her name, like literally. It's close to, let's call her Ratchet. Ratchet from Brooklyn, New York decided to do a video. A porn video at Ghetto Gaggers. Now, nobody knew until somebody, I guess, went to the website and saw her. If you go to the website and you go there, you click on the website, and guess what? The second person is her. The second person is her. They have a lineup of black women going there, getting pissed on, getting punched. They make them drink some sort of, I think they make them drink milk. So when they, there's certain objects in their mouth, they make them throw up the milk. It's disgusting. It's one of the most disgusting, disturbing things you're going to see, because it's two white men and they're just going ridiculous. They doing very degrading things to black women. Now, the thing is, we can't get mad. We can't say, these are black women that are willingly going to this fucking porn site and getting the shit kicked out of them, getting shit inserted into them, making them throw up. This particular one, they also made her drink her own puke. Now, when it was discovered that she did this, right, I'm looking at the comments, right? I'm looking at the comments of seeing what the black women are going to say. And you know what they're saying? They're saying, why are y'all going to the site to look at this anyway? Why are you going to the site to look at this anyway? A lot of them saying, it's her life. If she want to do that, she can do it. All this deflection from what actually happened, because they know it's a negative image, a very poor negative image for them, and they didn't want that shit to be publicized. Because it's never been publicized like this before. Never. The shit is getting shared everywhere. Thousands of people are seeing it. I remember hearing about this porn site years ago. They've been out for years. I remember hearing about this years ago, and still it never surfaced. As far as mainstream, as far as anybody boycotting it, never. But now there's people who are actually shocked, like, get the fuck out of here. Now, what's more disturbing is Ratchet made a post about it. And the post said She don't give a fuck what any of us think. She got paid almost $2,000 for it, and anyway, y'all still paying a site to watch her freaky ass. That's what she said. I'm pretty sure that's verbatim, if I remember correctly. I screenshot it. I'm pretty sure that's verbatim. And you know what black women were saying inside those comments also? Oh, you only did that for $2,000? First of all, what dollar amount would you put on that? And is it worth it? You shouldn't be putting no dollar amount on that. But look, these are hood rat, dusty ass bitches that go there and do this shit, right? And then they talk about black men being degrading towards them. And yet they go to this site. There's numerous sites like this. This one is the most disturbing, but there's other disturbing ones like it also. There's a site where these guys are wearing a bunch of Confederate flags on their shirts, and they gang banging, a black woman. And the title, when you look up they have the title. They're like, yeah, this woman decided that she wanted to break up with her black boyfriend, and so she wanted to get revenge. And they got a whole script written out for that scene. And another thing about the whole situation is, right, is that they literally would do anything for money. $2,000? Are you kidding me? $2,000? Oh, excuse me, almost $2,000. $2,000. That shit is gonna be up there forever. That's gonna be on the net forever. And you did that for almost $2,000. And that's gonna be up there forever. You're gonna have kids. If you don't, most likely you have kids. They're gonna grow up and see that shit. Family is gonna grow up and see that shit. Family's going to see that shit. Whoever's young in your family's going to grow up and see that shit. You later on, if you decide that you want to get a job or anything, they can see that shit. Your life is destroyed. Your life is finished. But you did it for almost $2,000. And they be talking about black men all the time. We do this, we do that. What about what y'all do to yourselves? You went up there and really wanted to get degraded by white men. And this is what I mean about these relationships. These black and white men. When you talk about these divestors, this is what's going on behind the scenes. This is what's going on. This is what's going on behind closed doors. The divestment community, they know this is going on. They watch porn. They know that's up there. And they want that. And it's been that way since slavery. They want that. They like getting degraded. They like getting pissed on and all types of shit. They love that from white men. They like anything that the white man is into, especially when it comes to debauchery. They're into that shit. Slave sex is real with the divestment community because that's what they like. They love the slave sex. I was talking to a black woman today. We having a debate about Serena Williams. She praising a relationship. I said, what is there to praise? I said, let me ask you a couple of questions. When black women decide they want to date white men, right, they usually level up. That's what y'all be saying, right? That's the reason why you're going over there to white men, right? To level up, right? Because we're not up to the task, right? And she didn't want to say that, but she was like, she can see that. I was like, okay, you can see that. Okay, now let's talk about Serena Williams. Serena Williams is worth what? How much? I know she's worth at least over 100 million. She's at least worth over 100 million, right? This guy's worth $6 million. Not only is he worth $6 million, he's out of shape. Not only is he out of shape, he also, I'll let you in, he also is a owner. He also owns Reddit, which is known to be a racist publication. And he also been putting out on Twitter racist posts, especially when it comes to black babies. The guy's a racist. Okay, so now we know her husband is a racist, right? And we know he makes far less than her. He's out of shape. He looks like a trailer. He looks trailer park. So what's the attraction from the black woman? What's the attraction from Serena Williams? It's because he's white. That's it. And you know what's fucked up about it? Her father. They about to do a movie on him. Her father hated white people. He disliked white people. He disliked them. They used to do videos, right? The white media, you know what they used to do? They used to make videos, and they used to make fun of his teeth because he had missing teeth. They used to make fun of his teeth. This is a black man who didn't know how to play tennis but learned and got his daughters into it. Made sure that his daughters advanced in it, and look at them now. And how she pays her father back, she spit in his face by getting with a white man, but not just a white man, a racist white man. Knowing her father would despise this man if he was still alive. And that is what you call the divestment community. First of all, they're not getting no Brad that's making any money. They're not getting any Brads that's making any money. It's only 15% of the population that makes 6 figures or more. That's it. The U.S. population, that's it. And Becky is not letting Keisha come through and take their Brads away from them. It's just not happening. And Brads is not doing that anyway. Brads that make that type of money, you know what they usually want? They want their grandkids to look just like them. So, when they talking about they getting Brads and all that, they getting Brads that's making either the same amount or less. They getting middle class Brads. Some of them even getting, poor Brads. Some of them getting Brads that are poor. So it's not like they out there snatching up all these high value Brads. It's a lie. They just want to be with white men. That's it. And the reason why they want to be with white men is so they can have slave sex. That's all. That's all. So they can have slave sex. Nothing else. The black woman has been treasonous ever since we were taken, brung over shores over here. The first thing they did was program the black woman to go against us. She's been that way ever since. Now, Ghetto Gaggers is up, is always going to be up. You don't see black women protesting against it. You don't see none of these divestment communities bringing this up, talking to, telling black women to stop going there. You don't see them doing none of that. You don't see them saying anything about it because they support it. They support it. So let me ask you a question. What's more dangerous? Because they're always talking about black men being with, white women and this and that. What's more dangerous? Black men being with white women or black women going to these white men on sites and scenes and getting spit on and, getting plunges put in their throat and, getting the top of their head stomped on by a fucking boot while they're getting hit from the back. What's more important to address? And the reason why they're not going to address this is because they support it. They wholeheartedly support it. And that it baffles me because when you look at black men, right? When you look at black men and when you look at us, right? This is the reason why things don't work out between us and black women. It's because black men, we're logical and we're not mean-spirited and we're not evil. We're not. We're loyal. And that's our downfall. It's that we're not any of these things that these brads are. That's our downfall when it comes to our relationship with black women. That's our downfall. We're not any of these things. We're not diabolical. We're not twisted. We're not insane. We're decent men. We're the best fathers. We pay close attention to our children. When we're in a relationship, we're caring and loving, and we're never cold. We're not cold. And that's our downfall when it comes to us being with these black women. That's our downfall. We're not as evil and twisted as Brad. Because that's the soul of a black woman. Like I said this many times before. I got a bunch of videos on private. I got a bunch of videos up here. I said this before. The black woman is the right hand of white supremacy. She is the right hand of white supremacy. They'll go on these websites, degrade themselves. A corny brother. Now, let me tell you something. A corny brother, because that's what they call them. Dudes who's not on, who don't have a Facebook account with pictures that got over 1,000 likes and shit like that. They call them dudes corny. But let me tell you something. A brother can go to these women and say, hey, how you doing? My name's such and such. I'd like to take you out. This and this and that. Want to smash. Of course, we men. They might want to smash after taking you out to dinner. First of all, it's going to be a hurdle just talking to you. You're going to go through hurdles just asking you out. Then he's going to go through a mind fuck just to try to get the draws. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have to go through a lot of shit. And you might even look at him and call him disrespectful and shit like that. You may say, who you think I am? You know, this and that. You know how they do. What brothers that they don't think is attractive, especially brothers that they think is corny, right? But you'll put him through all that because she looks like the type. She's dusty, got a weave. Of course, there's always the ones with the weaves. That's another thing. In these videos, they love snatching their weave off and peeing on their head. You know, it's just disgusting. But one of these women said that, you know, I hope they didn't dust up the weave. I hope you cleaned your weave. One of them actually said that. But what I'm saying is, you diss a brother, right, to go on these websites, right, and get done.